Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Shahid bin Abdul Kadir. My matrix number is 1210103259. My teammate group members are Aiman Fitri, Khairil Imran, and Ahmad Nur Aiman. Okay, today I want to present about 6 simple machines. Alright, now I want to talk about the introduction. Simple machines are equipment that makes work easier by having no or few moving components. Ordinary people can break big boulders, raise large stones, and move blocks over long distance using basic equipment. The pyramids, on the other hand, required more than simply basic machinery to construct. It also took tremendous planning and a great design. Engineering is all about planning, creating, working as a team, and using tools to produce some things or complete a task. Engineers frequently resort to simple devices to tackle these issues, which is unexpected. Okay, that's all from me. I want to pass to the next presenter.
Ah, okay. Thank you, Syahid. Now, presenter is Muhammad Aiman Fitri. Okay, let's go into the content about 6 simple machine. First thing first is wedge. The wedge is a basic machine that use force to separate thing or substance by delivering force to a wide surface area on the wedge, then magnifying that force to a small spot on the wedge to accomplish the real job. A nail is a typical wedge having a large nail head area for applying force and a tiny tip area for exerting focus force. The nail's power is amplified at the tip, allowing it to puncture wood. The wedge formed at the tip of the nail travels forward as it sinks into the board, forcing the wood apart. An axe, nail, a doorstop, chisel, saw, jackhammer, a zipper, bulldozer, snowplow, a horseplow, an airplane wing, a knife, fork, and the bow of a boat or ship are all common examples of wedge. Second thing is, well, okay, the second machine in 6 simple machine is wheel and axle. The wheel and axle is a basic contraption that lowers friction while carrying a load, making it simpler to move. When a thing is pushed, the force of friction must be overcome before it can begin to move. When an item moves, the force of friction resists the force put on it. This is made simpler by the wheel and axle, which reduce the friction involved in moving an object. The wheel spins around an axle, basically a rod that runs through the wheel and allows the wheel to turn, allowing it to roll over the surface while reducing friction. Consider pushing a 9,000 kg, nearly 10-ton chunk of stone. It is simpler to roll it along with logs placed beneath the stone. An automobile, bicycle, office chair, wheelbarrow, shopping cart, hand truck, and roller skate are all instances of wheel and axle. That's all for me. Okay, I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Karim Imran bin Syarif Manizam. My ID number is 1210103248. And today I will talk about the third and fourth from the 6 simple machine. So the third in the 6 simple machine is lever. So what is lever? Lever is a weight, a fulcrum, and effort or force make up a lever simple machine. So the thing being transported or lifted is referred to as the load. The effort is the force necessary to raise or move the weight, while the fulcrum is the pivot point. So this applied force is generated by generating a force on one end of the another lever. So depending on the distance between the fulcrum, that is the point or the support on which a lever pivot, and the load, as well as the distance between the fulcrum and the effort, the applied force is raised or decreased. So a theta or tutor, or seesaw, crane arm, crowbar, hammer with claw, finishing rod, and a bottle opener are all example of a lever. So consider how you use the crowbar. By pressing down on the crowbar long end, a force is generated at the load end across a shorter distance, exhibiting the force distance and thread off once more. So the fourth one is the inclined plane. So inclined plane, what is it? What is the inclined plane? So inclined plane is lifting anything is simpler by using the inclined plane. So when you think of a ramp, engineer utilize ramp to quickly raise item to a higher level. So an object can be raised in one of a two way, by lifting it straight up or pushing it diagonally up. So lifting a thing straight up travels the fewest distance, but it takes more force. And using an inclined plane, on the other hand, it takes a lesser force but must be applied over such a longer distance, such as highway access ramp, sidewalk ramp, staircase, inclined conveyor belt, and switchback roads and trails are all the example of inclined plane. So that's all from me. I will pass it to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Rahman bin Ahmad Nasri. I'm from the Mosh 4 and my ID number is 1210103240. So I will continue about the 6 simple machine that we choose. The next simple machine is a screw. A screw is basically a shaft surrounded in an inclined plane. Screws have two purposes. They hold things together and they raise things. Because of the threading around the shaft, screws are ideal for keeping things together. The thread grabs the surrounding material like teeth, ensuring a solid hold. Unwinding a screw is the only method to remove it. A screw can be used to lift anything, such as a vehicle jack. Okay, the example of screw is a screw, bolt, clamp, jar lid, automobile jack, spinning stool, and spiral staircase. That's all the example of the screw. Okay, for the next simple machine is a pulley. A pulley is a basic device for changing the direction of the force. Consider hoisting a flag or moving a large stone. To elevate a stone into its proper position on a pyramid, one must apply in a pulling force. One may hoist the stones up using a pulley composed of a groove, wheel, and rope by pulling down on the rope and utilizing gravity's force. A system of numerous pulleys may be used together to lower the force required to raise an object, which is even more beneficial. Flagpoles, elevators, sails, fishing nets, laundry lines, cranes, window shade and blinds, and rock climbing gear are all examples of pulleys in use. Okay, that's all for my part. I will pass it to the next presenter. Thank you.
Alright, and lastly, the conclusion. Simple machines are technology makes to works easier by having few or no moving components. The wedge, wheel, and axle lever, inclined plane, screw, and pulley are taught to students in the context of the construction of a pyramid, providing head level insight into tools that have been used since ancient time and are still in use today. Students begin their own pyramid design by calculate supplies and analyze and select a construction location into hands-on activities. The six simple machines are investigate in more depth in following course in this section. Okay, that's all from my group. Thank you.